Hey everyone, welcome back to another sports media podcast. I'm Callie Shanahan. I'm here with Molly Jacob, and today we are joined by Marcus Joughin of the Sacred Heart men's ice hockey team. Marcus, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
So let's just dive right in. How did you know that hockey was kind of the sport for you?
I mean, growing up, I played quite a few sports. I played like baseball, football. What else? I played lacrosse, soccer. I kind of played everything. And then, I mean, all my friends back home in Canada, hockey was kind of the thing. So kind of just settled on that.
Now you said you're from Canada. What was that scouting transition like coming from America to the States? Like, was that hard for you?
No, not really. So I went to prep school in New Hampshire, and then I went out to play juniors in Kelowna, British Columbia, just back in Canada. But I got recruited before while I was in New Hampshire by the coaches here, so it went quite smoothly.
And how's your transition here at Sacred Heart? Because you're a freshman, new
Yeah.
new state, new area, new team. What was it like?
Yeah, it's a little weird because I finished high school a couple of years before coming in here, and then going to junior. So coming back into school, it's a little weird transition, just not being in the books for a while. So, I mean, but we have a good freshman class, and we all get along pretty well. So the transition was pretty smooth.
And what's it like being a student athlete? Is it an athlete student or a student athlete to you?
Uh, Student athlete, maybe a little bit of both, but I mean, the classes aren't too hard freshman year, so it's kind of like a little bit to get eased into it. But I mean, the hockey's the main thing, so just try to balance the two out, and it's worked out pretty well.
And now the new arena opened up this season. So what was that like knowing like when you were being recruited in here, did they like tease that at you? Did it excite you? And what was the experience
Yeah, they
like?
definitely teased it at us. They had like a bunch of pictures and models of what it was gonna look like already. So, I mean, that building was in place for a while. It was planned for a while, and once they got the funding and everything put in place, they broke ground on it, and it was definitely a good recruiting tool to get me over here.
What was it like the first night for you?
I mean, I don't know if you guys were in the building, but it was
We were
pretty.
we were
Yeah.
in front of we were in charge of
Yeah.
the social media like Instagram stories
It
that
was
night.
pretty. It was pretty awesome. It was sold out against Boston College, which is one of the best programs ever in college hockey history. So, I mean, to be able to play in front of all our friends, like all our families were there, and the student section's pretty crazy here. So, it was a pretty surreal moment, and I mean, we just can't wait to get back out there next year.
And the game was really close too.
Yeah, it went down to overtime,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, it was really fun atmosphere, and we're just really excited to get back out there.
Is your family ever able to come to the games?
Yeah, they came to a few, and then on the road they come all the time because it's closer to back home in Canada. So
Oh, okay.
they've been out a handful of times this year. Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, so you said that you you said your classes this year are pretty easy. Could you take us kind of through what a typical non-game day would look like for you? So like
Yeah,
practice,
non-game
classes.
day usually. Say like today I had an 8 a.m. class, and then we'll have like we have two different workout groups during the year. So we'll have a 9 a.m. workout group and a 1 p.m. workout group, and you kind of just choose it based off your classes. So say I have a morning class 8 a.m. finish at 9:15. I can't do the 9 o'clock workout, so I'll be the one. Then I'll just head over to the rink. We have food there and all that stuff for us, and then we usually practice around 11 o'clock. Goes to like 12:15, 12:30, and then get undressed, go do a lift, eat lunch, and then probably one more class depending on the day, and then just head back to our dorms and just chill with the guys.
How do you balance the responsibilities of being an athlete on top of the responsibilities of also being a student?
I mean, you kind of just find ways to make time. Like I've been doing it for a while, even back in prep school. It was kind of like a smaller version of this, so I'm kind of used to it. But just getting your work done early, not procrastinating, and even like when we're on the road on the bus doing some homework, maybe just to stay dialed in. But for me, it's been pretty easy to do both.
How important is it to have because you spend a lot of time with your team. So how important is it to have like a good relationship with your teammates?
I mean, we're pretty lucky here. Like coming in as a freshman, you could be kind of nervous, like with all the older guys, but our seniors and our grad students and everyone here is pretty awesome, pretty welcoming. So right from the get go, we were all pretty close. Like we were a tight knit team this year. So for the freshmen coming in, we really appreciated that, especially.
And being a freshman, you are the Atlantic Rookie of the Year, right?
Well, like all rookie team.
Oh
I
yeah,
guess,
okay.
yeah.
So what was that like being a freshman, getting such a high achievement?
I mean, it's pretty cool. Like the individual achievements are kind of they're not all about you. Like there's a lot of people around you put in place to help you be successful. Like I played with a lot of good players on my line this year. Like I played with Neil Shea for a while and a bunch of other older guys that helped me out a lot. So I mean, the individual achievements are cool, but it's more of a collective effort to help you get there.
And there's a lot in front of you for the next few years. What are you hoping to accomplish?
I think for me, it just focus on getting better every single day. Obviously, I wanna have a better year next year than I did this year. So just day in day out, keep getting better, so that when we start the season next year, I'm ready to go and top my season from this year.
That's super exciting.
Yeah.
Is there anything we're kind of gonna shift to like game days? Is there anything in particular that you do to prepare on game days? Morning of or
We kind of have like a pretty strict schedule on game days. So like we'll get up, they'll have breakfast for us here around like between 9 and 9:45 usually, and you can come anytime between then and then at like 10 o'clock we'll have a team stretch, and then that'll be like 30 minutes after the stretch. We'll go to our pre-scout video, and then after that everybody just kind of heads back to their dorms or their houses and does whatever they need to get ready. Usually I'll take like a 45-minute nap or something, and then we have lunch here from 1 to 3 o'clock. Some guys like to eat earlier, some guys like to eat later, and then after we eat, head back, chill, get ready for the game. Usually come around 4:30, 4:45 for a 7 o'clock game, and once we get to the rink, it's pretty strict meet stuff too. We'll have like you have to be here by 5. We'll do 5:10 penalty kill meeting, 5:20 power play meeting, 5:30 team meeting, and then we'll go into our off ice warm up, and then kind of do your own thing for a little bit, and then we got to get dressed and ready for the on ice warm up.
That's
how
very precise.
Yeah.
yeah. How long would you say you spend like at the rink on game days?
On
In
game
total,
days,
yeah.
we're probably here for a long time, like 6 hours, 7 hours maybe.
They live there just as much as
Yeah.
the people who work the broadcast.
Yeah.
They're all day, all night.
I mean, we like being there though. It's a pretty cool facility. There's a lot of different things we can do. Like our lounge area is pretty cool. We like to just hang out there, watch TV, and just be with the guys. It's pretty fun.
And now, when hockey is all said and done, what are you hoping that it teaches you for the real world?
I mean, I hope to do this for a living, so that'd be pretty cool. But I mean, hockey teaches you so many different lessons, like discipline, how to work with a team. Like hockey's probably, I'd say, like the one sport that teaches you the most out of all of them. It's just there's a lot of different things that go into it. Um,
Like what?
it's just like it's the team aspect. Like if you've ever seen a hockey team, I find it's just a little bit different than every other sport. Like you're so close with the guys. Like there's so many ups and downs. Anybody can win on any given night. So it's just it's a battle for
Mhm.
sure.
Is there any players specifically in the major leagues that you look up to?
I mean, when I was younger, like I was a big Sidney Crosby fan. Coming from Canada, he got like the golden goal in 2010. It was pretty cool. So I always like him growing up.
Yeah. And what would you like tell your younger self now? Like, or how would your younger self look at you now, I should say?
I mean, I always wanted to play D1 college hockey, so I mean, it's pretty cool that I'm doing it, and now I'm kind of moved on to wanting to do this for a living and play pro. So we'll just see where this game can take me, I guess.
Well, we have some former shoe players that are like
Yeah.
working their way up. They're
Yeah.
super close.
Yeah.
So that's got to be really inspiring.
Yeah, one of my best friends on the team this year, Neil Shea. He's in the American League doing really well right now. It's the one under the NHL, so he keeps working. He should have a good shot at that too.
And like, other than him, like, how else do you find motivation?
I think for me, it's just like a lot of inner drive. Like I don't need to look for outside sources for motivation. I kind of just like I want it really bad. I put in a lot of time into the game, so I don't think I really need outside motivation from other people. It just comes from within.
And how do you prioritize health?
I mean, like in the off season, like we're pretty dialed with it. We've already started workouts. Our strength coach Rob's got us on like specific diets to what a player might need for their body type or what if they're trying to gain weight, lose weight, gain muscle, and stuff like that. So we're pretty fortunate to have Rob. He's one of the best in the business, so we're lucky.
That's good. Would you say that Sacred Heart provides you with a lot of those good resources?
I mean, like, yeah, there's no excuses not to be a winning team here and win championships. We're provided with we have the luxuries of what NHL teams do pretty much. Like our facilities are amazing. We were treated we have everything we need, so
That's really good to
it's
hear.
pretty cool, yeah.
Because especially when you're being recruited and like they say like, oh, this is all in front of you, sometimes like it doesn't live up to the expectations. So to hear
Yeah, no,
that it does.
it's top notch. So it's pretty cool.
If you didn't have hockey, what would you be doing right now?
I don't know. I have no idea, to be honest. I've played my whole life pretty much, so I don't even know. I've never thought about that.
There's no plan B.
I mean, there's obviously like a plan B, like I'll work in finance or something. I don't know. I don't know, but pretty focused on this one right now, and I'll let the other stuff take care of itself when the time comes.
That's good because
Yeah.
like Callie and I are both striving for careers in like sports, but like the media standpoint, and it's important to like go all in, full force. Like this is what I'm dedicated to. But sometimes it's like, oh, should I have a plan B? I personally don't want to have a plan B because this is what I want to do, and if I don't get it, then I'm gonna try again. Like
Yeah.
that's how I look at it.
Yeah.
So motivation is just something that's like really important in everyday lives, and it could be from anything. So to hear that you have motivation through your teammates, through the support of Sacred Heart, it's really good to hear.
Yeah, it's cool.
So you mentioned you're a finance major. So what kind of do you plan to do post college?
I mean, like I said, the plan is to play pro hockey and for as long as I can, the highest level I can. So I guess I don't really know right now.
Yeah.
The focus isn't on that for me. Like I'm still a freshman trying to find my way here. So like I said, I'll cross that bridge when I get there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mhm.
I don't even know what I want to do. Well, I know like what, but not where. So it's a little bit scary. But
What do you think of the
Sorry.
social media team for hockey?
Oh, they're great.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't do as much work as all the other girls, like and guys that were involved. Like it was a phenomenal team, but I worked a few games and I thought it was really fun because honestly, I'm a football person and baseball and like basketball. I don't know. Hockey's like kind of the last sport that I started to get into. So to be able to work on the social media team and like see your excitement and all the stuff that you're, hi Gianni, all the other stuff that you're like involved with, it was really cool to see. I was happy that I could be a part of it for a few
Yeah,
games
it's
this
definitely
season.
pretty special.
I feel like I lived there just as much as like, maybe not as much as everybody else did, but I was there like all the time.
Even in like Webster Bank
Yeah.
when you guys or
Yeah.
Total Mortgage when you guys were playing there, like that was really cool because especially the difference in the fan base.
Yeah, it's
No one
crazy.
would go to Bridgeport, but everyone wanted to come here. I could understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a 15-minute drive. So for students,
Yeah.
It's better that's on campus for sure.
Absolutely. It's really cool. I haven't even tried like any of the food in the arena. Is it good?
I don't like. We don't eat the food up there. in the complex.
You get your own
Yeah, we get food down there. I've
private
never-
chef.
I've never tried that, but I'm assuming it's pretty good.
So
my-
overall, would you say that Sacred Heart was the right choice for you?
Yeah, I think. I mean, they gave me a good opportunity coming in right away, and I've made some like I'd say lifelong friends already in my first year. And I mean, my roommate, Brendan Canet, like he's from my hometown. We've been friends for a long time, so
Oh, that's really
that's pretty
special.
cool too. Yeah, it's
Aw.
cool.
So what other schools looked at you when you were coming out of your high school?
I was looking at quite a few. I'd say I don't really know how to pinpoint them on here, but this was the right place for me. I think just it was the right fit. I like the coaching staff, obviously the new rink coming in, and just where I think this program's headed. It's headed in a pretty cool direction. The sky's the limit, I think. So
And now, in order to be awarded like a part of the all rookie team, that's looked at by like, or it's voted on by all the other coaches in
Yeah.
the Atlantic. So, what does it mean for you to get that sort of recognition from the Atlantic?
like I said, like it's pretty cool, obviously, but like I don't really focus on the individual awards. We're more focused on winning games, winning championships, and we fell a little short of that. So it was a little bittersweet, I'd say.
hmm Well, I think that was a great interview, Callie. I don't
Yeah.
know if you have any more questions for him, but
I think I'm good for now. Yeah.
Sweet.
All right. Well, thanks for listening. Molly, Jacob, Callie, and Marcus. We'll see you guys next time on the Sports Media Club podcast.